My bad. What's up, folks? Welcome back to another Behind the Investigation with Jared.
Brent.
And Ed.
What's up, folks? Welcome back to another Behind the Investigation. Hold on a second.
That's weird. Brent.
And Ed.
What's up, folks?
It's an echo loop.
Hold on a second here, folks.
That's weird. Brent.
Yeah.
And Ed.
What's up, folks?
No, that was me. I'm sorry.
Oh, that was you? All right, never mind.
Yeah, I had a video up in another screen without realizing it.
That's hilarious.
Sorry. Technical difficulties. Those types of things happen. Hey, Christy, Mumsy, Joe from the paranormal side, Bad Medicine, Jax, Darkwater. I see a bunch of people in here already. What's up, Emery? Mumsy, Deb, how are you? I hope everybody had a good week. I hope everybody's having a good evening. Before we get into everything tonight, I just want to touch base on some things that happened this week. We came, I think, 7th. We got some very bad news. Battleborn brother, supporter of our channel and many others, lost his wife, and we feel for him, Emery. We are all praying for Sarah's soul, that she can find happiness in the afterlife, and we're praying to our Savior that your griefs are lifted. We feel for you, and I really I can only imagine what you're going through, but just keep strong, brother. Just keep strong, keep pushing. All of us here at Pasadena Paranormal wish you best and have you in our thoughts and prayers.
Indeed.
Yep. So with that said, we're going to get into this evening's episode. Again, folks, if y'all have not subscribed to Jackie's channel, please go ahead and do so. She's been putting out some good videos. And I'd like everybody to Emery, and that's going to happen, brother. That's going to happen. But you got people on your side that care for your situation. All right,
brother.
So again, earlier this week we had 3 uploads that came out. We had one with the Echovox dictation, which, how do you think it worked Saturday, fellas?
I thought it did good.
Edward?
Yeah, I thought it was pretty good. That was my first time actually seeing it working. So
it was our first time really implementing. Not like intentionally implementing, having thought about it. So it's definitely not an exact science or anything. We're working through it.
Yep. But what's having that helps clear up. Like, I know Jared's able to pick it out. I just heard this. Me, I'm like, did it say that? Like, I'm trying to process if it's really saying it, or I'm just getting going on. That helps. If you think you heard it and that picked it up, that verifies your ears were working right.
Yeah.
Bro, look at Brent's shirt.
Oh yeah. Mm-hmm. This is the back here.
I'm wearing my Let's Go Brandon again. So, what was I going to say? Debbie today, I was chatting with Debbie from Spectral Researchers. She said she wants to see more tutorial videos from us, Brent. So we're going to have to come up with some things. SLS maybe, K2, just little video uploads of how to.
Or if anybody wants to see something that they're interested in or want to know more about something we've done, then say something. I mean, there's more we can do about the stuff. These I don't know if we can call them like tutorials. They were kind of like almost like show and tells. Like, hey, here's a setup. We didn't really, go into how to set it up. There was a lot of questions this week, which we'll get into later, that popped up just from those videos. But it seemed like they're pretty well received, so that's cool.
I think the first one I'm going to do, Brent. What do you think? I'm going to go ahead and do EchoVox.
That's a good one.
Just do what we do.
I think so. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I think that would be a good one. We had the dictation on Tuesday. We had a raw upload on. I think we got like 107, maybe 112 watch hours this week. It's like, where the hell did all this shit come from? But
right.
I was like, oh man, people are watching stuff. That's great.
Well, I went back on Saturday night and kept going through and rewind, just trying to get that high five in there.
I love, dude. I geeked out on that all night.
It'd be like, this is how the night went.
I'll tell you what, man. Saturday night, Brent, what time did we go to bed?
I don't even know, dude. I was so tired now. I did not want to wake up and drive home the next day. I mean, I wanted to get home, but I did not want to wake up.
It was early by the time we went to sleep.
Yeah, legit.
But we also had Courtney, is that you or is that?
Hey. Huh? No.
Add moderator. You're blue. You are blue.
Hey,
is that you, Court, or is that Cat? Which one of the Trinity trio? Or is that Chris? I hardly ever know sometimes with y'all. Oh,
yeah, usually Chris and Court have their own, and Cat comes in on Trinities, but I've seen Court speaking in it once in a while. Anyways, what's up?
What's up, whoever you are of Trinity?
We love you.
We love you. You're hiding from me. I don't know who you are, but we also had the spirit box with and we know that there's a portal, and we know that there's reverb pedals and everything. This video was basically how to maximize your sessions for a very cheap cost.
Yeah, on a budget. We'll get into that later too.
Yeah, we'll get in that later too. But so if you haven't seen the 3 uploads this week, come to the channel, check them out. I think a lot of people seen them actually, but if you haven't seen them, go ahead and check them out. They're truly heartfelt too, Emery. Truly heartfelt. But yeah, go to the channel, check them out. There was a raw upload for me and Ed and Jackie in the Gresham Estate. I think that was the last one of that.
People love those raw ones, bro.
Yeah, they were doing pretty good. Hey, yeah, you know it. What's up, Bass? You got Obi for drinking Coors. Yeah, I'm not bullcrapping here. I went to pick up an 18-pack of this, all right? And I come out with it, and I get in the car, and Colton goes, Coors Banquet. It's a cheap beer. I said, no, I like this.
When you're in Pasadena, you gotta be a little redneck and a little fancy, you know.
Exactly right. You gotta have some damn Coors every now and then.
Cheap beer. I remember. You remember Beast Ice? That was some cheap beer.
Oh, that's horrible.
Way back in the day, Beast.
We're making
Sari laugh over there.
Hey, look, my dad wanted me to get my aunt beer for a Christmas present, and he's like, "Yeah, go pick up a 36-pack." And either it was Busch Light or it was something like that, some cheap ass beer.
Yeah.
And I got the wrong thing. And I'm like, you said some crap beer. I don't drink beer myself. So, I'm like, I just got the cheapest beer there was because I figured that's what you wanted.
Yeah.
So there's a 17 in the chat. Go ahead and everybody looks to be a moderator. You don't have to post links. All you got to do is click on that name and go to the channel.
That's right, Jenna.
And subscribe to everybody here, man. Like, for real. Support each other. That's what it's all about. Don't just subscribe. Go to their channel and like a video. Courtney's saying that you and Ed switch spots today.
Yeah, it's like the Brady Bunch. I look up. That's where I look.
I had to teach Court how to use her community tab this week. She didn't know how to use it.
We're educating everybody all around.
I was sending her pictures like, hey, here, this how you do it right here. This. But yeah, so the 3 uploads, go check those out if you haven't. Also, Brent is working his tail off to get this episode 4 into my hands so I can put the voiceovers into it and get it over to our point of contact's hands so we can get this thing over to you guys. I don't like to toot our own horns, but toot. This photo that's coming out in part 1 is I want to show it off.
That's my favorite part of part 1. Yeah.
But it's got to be approved. I mean, we all try to get legitimate proof of the paranormal, and in most situations people try to say visual is the best form of legitimate proof, right? Well, we have a visual that's a legitimate piece of proof. Like when you see it and you see what's going on in the video, and see that there's no way that this could be somebody. Toot.
Like we're hyping it up. Like, what?
Dude, it's the best photo of
it made me.
It's the best ghost photo I've ever seen. I'm just going to go ahead and set it.
Damn.
I mean, dude, it is badass. Like, I mean, it's everything that you want to see in a ghost photo. You know what I mean? Like, you have your ectoplasm, misty type stuff coming off of it, and then you have it coming into a solid and going with the history of the location and where it's caught and what it's doing, and it's just everything together. You're like,
on top of that, I mean, that what adds more is part 2 will add more with the interactions.
Now, remember, before we even went into that place, remember one of the main claims was people have saw Miss Myers walk from the sewing room to her bedroom.
What's crazy is how that all played out. I mean, it's spoilers alert a little bit, but that REM pod goes off, which gets my attention because no one was in that area and made me snap 2 pictures. I wasn't going to snap pictures over there. I was on the other side taking pictures over here. I was like, oh. Who that is?
Just time and chance. But yeah, I can't wait to get that out.
The thing is, normally with pictures that there's groups on Facebook where I've been a member, and people are posting things, and it's like you're reaching for it. Look at the way this branch is on this tree, or whatever. It's none of that bullshit that you see. This is, I have a hard time explaining this one. To me, it's 100% legit.
Me too, especially because it's a color photo. It is in visible light spectrum. it makes it even harder. You know, if in other words, if it was just an IR picture, you know, you could be like, I don't know. But the fact that it's color and you can see definition and everything, know that no one was wearing in our.
You know, the other thing too is it's a photo that we got, not that somebody else got. And this is nothing against, you know, other teams or anything like that. But if I don't know the situation and that everything was controlled the way we had it controlled when we count for everybody, it's going to raise questions in my mind. But because of this, you know, like there's very few teams out there where I'm like, hey, I 100% don't question what they're saying, you know?
Yeah.
And, you know, we captured that one and we went through the debunking process and we could not debunk that sucker whatsoever.
We will have to see what everybody else thinks about it.
Yep. So that should be coming out soon. So let's talk about Echovox and dictation. So that video came out, and we can throw in some things that happened Saturday while we threw it into test mode in the field. Like the outside session.
Yeah, I mean, I definitely have some stuff I want to say.
Okay. So that video came out Tuesday. Brent did an excellent job of explaining the function of that method. And go ahead. I'll pass it on to you for a little bit there.
Yeah, I mean, anybody watched it, it is pretty straightforward. The goal of the dictation is obviously just to, with Echovox, is just to see if you hear what the dictation hears. And again, dictation, I said in the video, dictation, they can be tricked like us. You know, it's designed to hear a sound that it thinks is a word and apply text. That's what it does. So it's not foolproof. It definitely needs a lot of people testing it out. Dark is testing it. Dark Water. I know Adam's going to be putting it in play. Joe, I think, is going to be doing it. I think Deb's going to be doing it, and obviously we're doing it. But I definitely feel like one of the things I would do differently next time is short bursts. You know, ask questions, then turn it on. Don't just let it keep going and build up all these.
Yeah, and I understand why you wanted to do it that way is because you wanted to get you wanted to get a feel for it. It was the first time we were throwing it out in the field, and basically we just let you go ahead and do what you wanted to do in the parlor. And me and Ed, broke off and did some regular Echovox sessions. But Christy, yes, that is what the Echovox is. What we use in the battlefields. And Halfern, yes, I cannot wait till next Saturday to be on your show. The 16th April, 4:00. It's a British show. We'll be on the Halfern podcast.
Awesome.
If you guys want to attend with me, but it's Saturday at 2:00.
Oh, I'm gonna be in Gettysburg at the paranormal thing going on up there.
There's a paranormal thing going on at Gettysburg next week?
Yeah. What is it? Hold on.
Yeah, Battleborn's taking over Gettysburg. You didn't get the email on that?
I didn't. I forgot about it, and then Desiree and Kelly made plans to go, and apparently I was in these plans and didn't know about it. Paranormal Party in a Park, Monterey Pass Battlefield.
Oh, that's not Gettysburg. That's Monterey Pass.
That's close enough. It's Gettysburg. I mean,
somewhat, but
it's all Gettysburg. But between Hanover and Pittsburgh, it's all Gettysburg to me.
But right. Yeah, well, let's get back to dictation.
Well, all right. So dictation. I mean, it's in infancy. I want to call it right now. I mean, I think the more people that try it and get it out there, get it into locations that we are confident are active, especially if you've used the Echovox and you've received communication from it, then implement it there. I definitely am still looking to see it grow and be useful. I'm pretty hopeful for it. But one thing I want to say about EchoBox that kind of stemmed from that, and the thought kind of popped up was if you're using the EchoBox, to actually try some times where you're not using the phonemes, whether it's turn the tracks off if you have 3.0, or don't start auto blind, because once you turn the EchoBox app on, it starts that echo loop. But that echo loop provides the ability to actually go ahead.
You want to talk about that echo loop? When you said that, the first thing that popped in my head is, and I'm still blown away by this, how this happened. We went outside to do a session, and Brent turns on the EchoVox, but does not turn on the actual device. The device. He just turned on the Echo. And
right. I started the app. I did not hit start. When you hit start, it actually starts the auto blend. All right. So when you open the app, it automatically gets that microphone into a loop. So you can turn that mic game up and just have an echo loop going. So I got it. We were outside setting up. I just opened the app, and what was the location it said? What was it again?
Lockwood,
which it had said inside for you guys numerous times. It freaked me out. I was like, "Whoa, that's not even on. Why is that? Oh, that was in the echo." Like, we all realized that was in the echo. I think Ed was like, "No, it was on." I'm like, "No, I just did it 3 times because I thought it was on. Turn it on, turn it on, turn it off, turn it on." So, but that being said, the echo loop itself. All
right. So Christy, should it just run? Are we talking about the EchoVox? You always want to have your echo on, and one of the main problems people find with having the echo on is finding the mic gain setting that fits the room.
Yeah.
The device will try to get accustomed with its room, with its surroundings. So you have to play with the mic gain on it. But yes, you should have the echo running the whole time.
Yes.
But go ahead, Brent.
Yeah, I mean the echo portion of that app is the key portion of it. So it's pulling in words that it's hearing from you or from a spirit, putting it into an echo. So if a spirit was to speak without the phonemes, you should be able to hear it in that echo loop. That's the purpose of it. The phonemes are just added to add additional things that they can use, and clearly they do. But here's kind of the kicker with me. And I know there's that whole term of fighting with EVP, and is live EVP really even an EVP? Whatever. I'm going to call it a live EVP. If you capture a live EVP, all right, just like a regular EVP, that's like holy grail stuff. There's nothing should have caused that, right? You heard it, it's there. So if you have the echo running without the phonemes, nothing should have made. If you heard a voice that wasn't someone in the room, it's there you go. That's an EVP. So that's a beautiful thing to be able to capture. The kicker is if you just use that echo, you're not going to get a lot. Most likely,
you're not going to get a lot.
So patience and persistence pays off, though.
But the thing is, with what came through that echo, Lockwood is a predominant piece of history to that location.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? As soon as it set it upstairs in the old doll room like 6-7 times. I'm like, what is the point with Lockwood? And then I was like, dummy, it's right over there. It's where Basil lived.
Yeah. So, but when we're using the phonemes, we can get tricked, what I'm saying, things like that. It can get confusing. Ed, you and I have talked about it. This episode 4 we're working on, I keep putting stuff in and taking it out. So I'm like, am I really hearing it? And we're not going to put our name, we're not going to put a caption on something that we're not 100% positive. Mm-hmm. So I keep cutting things down like that's. I don't hear it like that. It could be. I'm confident, but not that confident. So
yeah,
it plays with your mind, just like dictation. But if you got something coming through the echo, and there's no phonemes going, and you're just in a quiet room, you ask a question, and all of a sudden a voice comes through the echo, that's an EVP, and that's pretty. I'm pretty confident in it. And I want to say, the good.
Now that investigation Saturday, it felt like old times. You know what I mean? Like the amount of interaction that we're getting, it just felt like old time Benson Hammond. Where
it was the mindset and the heart set that we went in with this time.
It was an amazing.
What I think it was? I think it's because we treated that like the other investigations. Last time we went in. We want these answers. We want a purpose. We treat that investigation as that investigation, and everything related to what was in that, not previous investigations. What was going on that night is what we addressed.
Yeah, exactly. Dark just asked the question I want to address. So if you're just to try the echo, just use echo. You don't need any blending, no reverb. You can put reverb, but that will affect the echo as well, I believe. But the echo is what's the purpose of the echo is to capture EVPs and play them right back. That's the purpose of it. And I wanted to say, so Echo Box is like what, $20?
Something $19.99 through
$20. Yeah. So if anybody's interested in that feature alone, just the Echo feature, there is an app that has nothing to do with the Echo Box. It's not listed for anything paranormal investigation. It's called Echo Chops, CHOPS, Echo Chops. And its whole purpose is to create an echo loop. There's a lot of settings you can mess around with, but it does just that. It creates an echo loop, the exact feature that the Echo Box does with your phone or your tablet. So it costs $1. It's $1 app. If you want to try the echo loop feature just to capture live EVPs, I would suggest that you can turn it on, ask a question. Turn it off, ask a question, turn it on, and boom, you create an echo loop, and you can listen to see if you capture anything. So definitely suggest trying that too. It is exactly the same thing as the Echo Box Echo Loop portion. It doesn't have anything else. That's it. It's just an echo loop.
Just easy on you, Ben Affleck again. Look at Ben Affleck.
With a Batman mug.
I just happened to grab this one today too. Not that good. That's right.
I like the snarl on the face that you just made there too. But Bud Files,
what up, Big?
Bud Files, I am sorry I missed your premiere today. I shared it out, but 5 o'clock on a Friday is crazy for me. I had all kinds of running around to do today, and I missed it. I'll be team rewatch for sure. But yeah, that the way that we all reacted to that Lockwood, I keep on going back to that because we're all sitting around it. We turned it on, all three. Jackie too.
Guys, seriously, it was so clear.
Oh, yeah.
It was so clear, and it definitely put me off because I knew I didn't start the auto blend. I'm like, what? I thought my first thought was, well, they just turned this thing on, like they just started it, and I hit it, and like, oh, now I just started it, so it was off.
Yeah,
I kept hitting it, like, wait, is it on or off? And
we were all like,
we realized that was in the echo. It was awesome.
What happened there? That's the first time. Oh, look, everybody say hi to Mock, please. Mock is in the chat. He's not a bad guy. He's a good person.
He's not a scary monster.
Not a scary monster. He's a good guy. Everybody say hi to Mock. But he's saying we got some good shirts on. I don't know about you, Ed, over there with that.
Hey, you know what? Shirt. Loyal. I'm loyal, okay?
So am I. I'm loyal. I'm loyal to this country, all right?
Hey, two Fridays in a row, you wear a shirt. Every Friday I have one with the American flag on it, okay? And it's red. Well, you know about that one. Brent knows about it.
Ed, hey, Mark. Ed, here's a little background on Ed. Ed used to work at Gitmo.
I opened Gitmo.
He opened Gitmo, Mark. Like,
actually, I am on Time Magazine.
Oh, damn.
If
I
you
thought we could go with that paranormal magazine.
if you Google Camp X-Ray, right, you'll see the first detainee being walked through and 5 soldiers in the background. I am the middle guy.
Yep.
He's a superstar.
I bet you those were fun times doing that down there, huh?
I don't want to talk about them. The government might be listening. Hey, Joe, how's it going?
So, yeah, we were actually able to capture a lot of cool things with dictation this weekend, I would think. Jan actually called me earlier this week, and she was like, "Did you put anything on online yet?" I'm like, "No, Jan, we're backed up."
Yeah,
because I want to see things, I want to see, like
she's come a long way,
Well,
she's
alive, right?
Thanks, Vaja. She has, like, I Saturday she was like, "You don't have to get anything approved with me anymore. I trust you guys. You guys know what you're doing.
Good.
You can just put out whatever you want to put out." And I'm like, "Okay."
Yeah, I told you earlier. Let me work that angle with her.
And I think we'll get the same way with Diana and Lisa and all of them.
Yeah,
Rising Sun might be a little bit of a hard.
Give us a minute.
I mean, I thought I was on trial for that one.
Got us in.
You know that I don't blame these places. I mean, that's what everybody needs to understand. When you work with these locations, especially the older ones, there's one I've been into before without you guys. You weren't allowed to say anything that you were there or anything because they're not necessarily their direct board, but they fell underneath of one of the county boards. So they don't want to get in out there because it could affect their funding from the county, and they rely on that money.
Yeah. But the thing is, they also rely on, they have a ghost tour. Rising Sun has a ghost tour every October that brings in a decent chunk of change, and they want to legitimize it, and they reached out to the right group, I think.
I think they'll like we haven't really done a review on it, but just from what we experienced there, yeah, I'm sure we got a lot.
There's Ed right there.
I am the one, not that's the tall one in the center. So
in the orange jumpsuit, yeah, we see you.
40 shy off the 1K. I haven't been looking at it. All right, hey, we're almost there. Hey, Mark, it's not just Jared. It's all of us here. We're a team. We're working on it all together, but we're almost there. Everywhere I can. Thank you, Jenna. Joe's got a party tomorrow if y'all want to go hang out, Brent. Joe has a 1K subscriber.
What time is that at? I did see something about that.
I think it's 8:30. I'm going to share it out tomorrow.
Yeah, I'll be around it. I'll
Just
be
there. Tomorrow, Paranormal Side, there's going to be a big 1K subscriber chat. Live.
BYOB.
Bring your own beer. I'll probably have some of these. But 8 p.m. All right. 8 p.m. Joe, I'm going to share it out in community. Also, folks, in our community tab, if you noticed, if you go to the channel, in our community tab, I share all of our Battleborn folk most of the time, but other times I share other channels that support us. And you can come in to our community tab and check out these folks and subscribe to them, that's how, it's supposed to be here. I think I see, who's this Dakota? I don't know who Dakota is, but hey, Dakota, thanks for coming in, brother. don't know who you are, but I'm happy you're here.
We all are. Everybody's welcome.
Yep. So we also go ahead, Brent.
No, so just where we leading to? What's next?
The next thing that on the show list is
Hey, that was in the shape of a gun. I'm offended.
Goes along with my Second Amendment shirt here. So Brent came up with this idea. Now, go ahead, Brent. We'll let you chat.
What we talking about?
Your noise gate.
All right, yeah, you want to go into that one? All right, so that's one I'm really excited about. I think that's right now showing more effect, instant effect than the dictation. I think everybody saw how well it acted. This is not new, and there's actually people I found that have been using this. So we had some comments. People use it, just a noise gate and a reverb pedal. We knew that a portal had noise gate in it, reverb pedal. What is it? The SB11 has it's kind of like a noise gate. I can't remember I can't remember exactly what they call it, but we were going for a budget friendly way to make this happen, and there's some pros and cons to it. So obviously a big pro was it cut down on that white noise. I don't know, 80%, quite a bit. So much easier to hear. I know a lot of people have problems with it. Go ahead.
Christy has a question for you.
That is how it's spelled.
Is it chops or chops?
Yeah, echo. Oh, with an S at the end. Chops.
Okay.
Hey, Brent, that might not be available on Google in the Google Play Store.
It might not be.
Yeah, because I just typed it in on mine, and the way my camera set is it doesn't pull up. You guys run off.
This is how it looks. So there's a lot of settings that you can mess around with, and but it does the exact same thing. Well, if you can find it, it's a decent app, and like I said, it costs $1. Yeah. So
throw it out there, see what happens.
Yeah, I mean, if the goal is to try and catch live EVPs, just like an Echovox does, then it's a cheaper alternative.
We found out this weekend works.
Yeah, and I know Dark's going to be trying that. It is a patient game, though. It's turn it on and hopefully get something. So, but going back to the noise gate.
No worries, Joe.
We were, what we did was a budget thing. I think after everything, that noise gate, the one we bought does not come with a power supply, so I had to buy a power supply for it. You got to read, make sure you get the right one. But I mean, it was like I think $7 for a power supply. The little audio adapters were like $3. I mean, totally, we were less than $45. Amazon Primed, and we had that feature. Now I'm gonna throw out props to is it Rusty Nuts?
Rusty Nuts Paranormal, I think.
Paranormal.
What a name, right?
His name's Alex, but he looking at his videos, so he uses another device which pretty much does the same thing. It's called an ANC Mini, and it's from a company called Pro Measures. So here we're going to get into it. So our setup, it's budget. So there's always pros and cons. Pro does amazing with its job. Con, right now, you have to have. You don't need. That's right. Just modify it. What we have, you have to have AC voltage to run through the power transformer to power this. Now it runs on 9-volt DC at 500 milliamps, But it says on the one I got, and a lot of them, that they will not operate on a battery. So I find that odd, but it could be something in the board inside it that's making it funky. No, I mean, a 9-volt battery is 500 milliamps. So we haven't tested it yet. It may be possible to actually splice in a 9-volt battery and make it work. But if it doesn't, because like I said, a lot of them say they don't, there's noise gates, the cheaper ones like we got, then your kicker would be you have to plug it in. Now, I have a little battery generator pack, right, that I brought with us, and I bought that for my house, right? It's a tool for the home or for camping or whatever, but that one I have actually allows you to convert to alternating current, so you can plug in this power supply. So we were going to go outside, plug the Joker into my generator, and boom, no noise. It worked. But that's kind of a bummer if you have no power and you don't have that kind of generator. But this ANC Mini, all right, this is what it looks like. This unit from Pro Measures by Distribution, this was actually designed for the SB7. So this unit is battery powered, goes right on the back, all right, of your SB7 or your what's the other one people are using? Is it just the S box, the S box, anything like that? It'll work with any of them. So, but that unit is $90. So you have portability. I don't know how long the battery lasts, but you have portability and the same function right there in your hand for $90, or you have a $30 function if you have access to power, to AC volt.
I think we'll be able to put a 9-volt battery in there. I really do.
I don't understand why we wouldn't. It doesn't make sense we wouldn't. 9 volts, 500 milliamps. That's what a 9-volt battery pushes. So I think so too. But we haven't done it yet, so I don't want to make that claim.
Yeah, I think we'll be able to do that.
Yeah. I do want to say I saw this on Amazon the other day. So this one here is on Amazon. All right. This one's $19. It does the same exact thing that ours does. It's pretty much the same thing. It just looks a little bit different. It doesn't have a soft or hard option, but it has the threshold and the noise gate. That's $20. $20. So you get everything for less than $30 right there that we have.
And we've gotten people ask, hey, why not add a reverb pedal and stuff like that? Maybe that's coming, but basically what we're trying to do with this is add things in line that don't break the bank, because even if you put your own portal together, you're going to have to spend over $150 on components.
Yeah,
and it's going to take 2, 3, 4 hours time to do it.
Something else. Here's what I like is we're implementing one step at a time when we change a piece of equipment. So for me, I work in a testing environment, and if I need to change something, I adjust one thing at a time. So I know what worked, what didn't work. And I mean, if I change 5 things at once and all of a sudden it's working, what of those 5 things work? Did all 5 work? Did 1 work? With this, we know, hey, let's add this in, and okay, that's going to work. Let's add this in. That works. Okay, now let's add something. Oh, now it doesn't work. We know where it broke down that process. Where if we just modify everything at one time, and it shits the bed, for lack of better terms. Now we got to take away 3 things to figure out what's going on. We know right when we go into an investigation what's been added to it, what Brent's worked his magic on there, and Brent will be like, hey, I added this to it. I need to pull this away from it.
Yeah, and right.
Saturday before we even went out, me and Brent were sitting there working around with it, and we had an equalizer with it too, but we found out that it really wasn't doing much help. So we just took the equalizer out of the line and started with the noise gate. This whole thing is messing around with the spirit box is trying to maximize the sessions to where we can hear real-time communication better without having a portal's $239. Who wants to spend $239 on a
more.
portal?
Yeah,
Well, I worked with the SB11 before. My other team has one, and it's pretty complicated with all the settings and everything that are on there. What do you call it? The SB7 is simple. Plug it in, let it go. It's annoying. And the way you had it set up the other night, Brent, I could sit there with that thing all night long. The way without that on it, 10 minutes and I'm ready to throw the thing out the window.
Ask Jared. I'm the same way. So I think this is effective. It's effective for us in the field as a whole team. It's also effective if you're putting stuff on, if you're making a video and putting it on something like YouTube. It's effective for everybody else who's trying to hear too.
Plus, the boss liked it.
Exactly. And Jackie. The boss likes it. We all have a happier time.
The boss was like, "Hey, this is the best spirit box we've ever had."
But you know what makes it better is when not only sitting in a room, but when you're sitting there like this later on with the headphones.
Yeah, it's so funny. Look, it's so funny you said that. You know what it made me think of? I was thinking like, oh, I wonder if this is gonna, improve Estes sessions. I love Estes sessions, and it will on one part, but I'm wondering how much that white noise actually cancels out what you're hearing from everybody else. You know what I'm saying? So when you're in an Estes session and you've got that white noise going, it's drowning out questions. The whole point of the Estes session is you don't have any understanding of what's being asked. So, true. But it will definitely save your ears in an Estes session. Your hearing.
Definitely, because sometimes when we were doing them in Howard County, and you had those headphones in, and it was just
it's so loud. It's so loud, bro.
So loud. Yep. But yeah. So if you haven't checked that video out, go ahead, check it out. Let us know what you think. It was the Thursday upload. I could not get the damn video to turn horizontally. It's a vertical, but I tried my best.
You'll get it. It's still
our
there.
Our program, as I tried to rotate it, would pull it back and make it smaller. That's how it did it.
I think you did the right thing then.
Yeah, because it would only been like this.
You just watch it like this. That's all.
Yeah.
It gets to the point. If somebody would have held the damn camera right. Just like at Rise and Sun, where we're getting dictation, and you got the camera up here,
filming your forehead. You're like,
get that fucker down here.
That's because that dictation shot the hell out of me. I did not expect it to do anything. And we were getting stuff like.
It was almost as much as you and Ed doing high fives in the middle of the Benson Hammer parlor.
That was the best part of the night for me.
So we do have a video pulled up for you. We're going to go over some noise gate captures from last Saturday on investigation. We had a live. It got a lot of views, a lot of watch time. It's almost over 300 views right now.
I'm glad it was an effective. What we were doing was effective. It made us want to keep going. Like, no, we don't want to turn it off.
Well, Christy, if the spirit, it gives Jackie a migraine too, and believe me, when Jackie's got a migraine, I got to hear it. So you'll be able to see in this video that Jackie was very happy with the session. But yeah, Brent, let's pull up a video. We can let it play for a little bit. Let it play and.
Which one I got here?
Thank you, Joe. Our Southern brother Joe is saying, hit that like, share, and subscribe. Thank you, Joe. We appreciate it. And I don't know about Ed. I know Ed's weekend schedule's crazy sometimes, but me and Brent will be in your chat tomorrow for sure.
Oh, it depends on what I got. Look, I'm a horrible YouTube person. I'll just say that out flat.
Hold on, Jared. Hold on. All right,
if there's something on Facebook, I'll find it. YouTube, I get.
You need to come over to the other side, brother. We're rocking and rolling over here.
Hey, baseball season just started. You barely gonna find me now.
4:00 tomorrow. I know where I'm gonna be. Sit in front of the TV watching Luis Severino back in action.
All right. I don't know. Let's keep pulling up the wrong one. We're gonna go with this video.
Thank you for coming. Hold on. We're gonna go. Here's
What? Dusty's leaving?
No, she's still here. She's letting us know she's still here.
Yeah, CD.
So this was our live last week. We did a crib midget is driving me nuts. Oh,
wait.
A little
is
one.
crib midget her kid? I mean, is that what? That's hilarious. I mean, I've heard of tons of crib midget. I'm gonna remember that one.
So there you have Jackie, and you have Brent and Ed, and we are in the parlor of the Benson Hammond house, and we're doing a spirit box session with the noise gate pedal in line.
I think this is the one where George comes through. So we were just asking a little bit ago for who, asking the spirits the name, who's in each painting. And I went out in the dining room out there trying to say George and came back in. So I think that's where we're queued up here too. At least that's what Ed said this time mark roughly is. So we're going to see.
All right. Well, let's see. Let's let her run. I mean, the whole session was great.
Go ahead. Let's see. You can barely hear that.
Listen to that static, folks. Honey, come here. Say hi to the folks.
Hold on, dude. So I'm trying to get a guy that. Hope you all heard that. The George.
That's clear as day.
Yeah, that's pretty clear.
Yeah. The sound's not as loud on that as what we normally hear for some reason, but yeah, you could hear it there.
Yeah.
I mean, when if you go and watch the live, you'll hear it, perfectly fine.
Oh, I mean, that
thing. Sharing it through here it's a little more muted.
Yeah, like
definitely not ear piercing. The noise gate cuts down. I'm telling you, probably at least 80% of that white noise.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Yeah. Not harsh.
I mean, if people go back and watch it, I mean, there's multiple times in the first part of video where, you played it with and without the noise gate on just to hear.
Yeah. I'll actually get to that. I'll actually do that. Let's play another one real quick, and then I'll actually do that. Exactly. I'll find
that right next to it there, and she's perfectly fine.
Yes, I mean she's standing there, and Jackie hates the spirit box. She hates the spirit box, but Saturday with the noise gate, she was perfectly fine with it.
Yep. Let me know when you're ready. I think this is when we high five.
Yeah.
Say when.
Go ahead. Let her roll. Brent's got his jacket on.
Oh, the flannel. Me and my flannel.
It's coming off.
Couple nerds. Well, let's listen to I Don't Want To again.
So I can't hear us talking on this, but what we're asking is for them to turn the lights off, and they turn both on. And again, I asked for them to turn off, and that's when you hear, I say, can you turn both lights off? And that's when you hear that I don't want to.
Yeah, and I have the volume all the way up, so I apologize if it's not. Go back to the live, guys. You can see the time mark here that and you hear all these, or listen to the whole thing.
Or for the high five.
Yeah, look for the high five. We've just lost it.
7:12.
Yeah. All right, here we go. Ready? Oh, no blue.
I'm sitting at. I'm in the doorway here.
Here we go.
Watch my.
Here we go. All right, here we go. It's a woman's voice. She's like, I don't want to.
Hey, look at Jackie's face too. Look at Jackie.
Oh, no, that's her face because we just did this.
She's standing right here. Don't join your team. Come on. Sit right here.
All right, let me find this. Here we go.
Working pretty well, I would say. We're getting
Oh, look at that ugly bug. Ugh.
Here we go. Here you go, guys.
Oof.
1 second, everybody. I'm going to turn the noise gate off.
There you go.
Listen to that.
Very clear voices come through.
So, and that's the cool thing is it does not, it doesn't lessen their you know, their
the response
level. How loud they are.
so high.
The noise gate, it's going to keep everything down until it hits, you know, that level, and it's going to jump it up. So once it hits that, thanks, Doc. Yo. I like. Thanks.
Chrissy D, I am trying. She's standing right here, and she will not come on camera. And Medicine saying hi. Everybody's saying hi to Jackie. She's literally right here. I'm touching her.
I remember she said something to me the other day, and I called her out for not being on camera. So I don't want to hear her say whatever it was the other day.
I don't care about love after lockup.
Yeah.
Get over here and say hi to your team.
She loves you guys, trust me. She just shot.
She does.
Well, that long
Night Row, thanks for coming in. But all right, we got one more.
Yeah, I'll do this one. Share this one up.
Show that.
Hopefully this one comes through.
Show that beautiful face, Jackie Boo Boo Cake.
Wow.
From Justin. Go ahead. I don't see it yet, bro. It's not up there.
Oh, sorry.
There you go.
Say when.
Go ahead. Let her roll.
I'm going to ask a question here in a second.
Look, Bad Medicine is yelling, Jackie.
Hold on.
Sorry.
Yeah, just want to make sure the audio comes out.
Can you tell me what book this is that I'm touching?
It's underneath.
Holy Bible.
Right when you.
It's underneath.
Holy Bible.
I actually didn't hear it on this.
Holy Bible.
I think it's really difficult.
It's a woman's voice.
Yeah,
it was
very clear there. I think it's just muted on this because we're sharing it like this.
Yeah.
I don't know if anybody else heard it. I started hearing it that time.
I heard it when I watched it live. I heard it again. It's a woman's voice underneath saying Holy Bible. And the thing is, that Bible was from 1887.
That was, and we got pictures inside. They hadn't even opened it.
No,
yeah.
And
they opened that Bible for the first time while we were there. They were like, "What?"
While we were there,
so they actually say open. It actually says open it through the spirit box.
And what was inside of it, which really drove me crazy when me and Jackie and Ed went upstairs, was death certificates and birth certificates, and an Adolphus. And Adolphus came through the Echo Box upstairs, and other names that were said in that Bible were coming through upstairs on the Echo Box that we've never known about.
Yep.
So,
well, that night was a night full of names that we didn't know about. The Stella coming out, and
hold on. Like, see what he said right there? They kept saying, get the book. They keep talking about this. They were talking about this book all night. And I kept being like, this book? You know what book this is? Just call it a Bible if you want to talk about the Bible. But that was the first time that was opened. And it was definitely some awesome stuff in there. The birth certificates was wild to see.
Like, when they got the gloves out and they opened the thing up, I was like, holy crap, we are witnessing history just in front of us. You know what I mean? Like, this book hasn't been open forever.
Yep.
As soon as she opened it up and the first page said 1887, I was like, oh.
I said, move over. Let me get a picture of that. Yeah, hold on. Actually, let me see if I can.
But 1887 is when that was when the Benson or the Hammonds bought the house.
Actually, no, it said 1887 on the cover of it. It actually said 1887 on the cover of it.
It was a Benson family Bible, but it was
but
what do you call it?
At the very bottom there.
Look at that, folks. That's the picture of it. Go ahead, take it back a little bit, Brent. Oh my goodness.
That's just the first page.
Send me some of those. I'll put them in our community tab and share it with the folks. What's up, Eli?
Hey, before I forget, so I talked to my coworker, the descendant of Stella.
The birth.
And she's a parent. It seems like she was a great aunt of my coworker. We're still trying to track down a little bit. Jan's actually been tracing down that relationship a little bit more.
Oh, yeah? Well, I think we really need to look into it. Eli says hi to Brent. Eli says hi to Ed.
Hey, Eli.
Eli wants us on his show, all three of us. So we gotta get together and come up with a date for Eli to be on the show. He really wants us on the show, and I think
Justin,
it'd be good. Eli's a good dude.
We did look in the center back. There was also a bunch of pressed flowers through the book too, which for that time period isn't just, hey, we're pressing these flowers to save from prom. There was something significant with where the pages they were saved at, and there was multiple flowers saved in there. So it could have been from that verse was read during the eulogy or something like that. We just don't know exactly what the relationship is there.
Yeah,
I think Ryan's trying to dive deeper into that herself to figure out what's going on.
The things that, like he just said, cryptid. Like, if you watched episode 1, there were some cryptid messages in there as well pertaining to religious beliefs.
Yep. And
now we're getting Holy Bible and finding things inside the Bible and names that we never knew.
Episode 1 had the hymns.
What about we didn't this wasn't in the live, but what about the outside? Go to the X, and we were outside. You were like, "Is it here?" You kept moving around, and it came through the Echo Box. Stop there, perfect, like right where you were.
Oh yeah,
like what's buried? Something's
there, and I talked to Jan. Was like, hey, I got a metal detector, and she said something about she doesn't want to have metal detecting because the last time the metal detectors were out there was a big stink happened, and I
still want to know what those bricks
are. What's that, Ed?
I still want to know what those bricks are covering up out there.
Something is out in that area. Something is out in that area, and we got to figure out what it is.
The cool thing is Ronnie's working it too. So
yeah.
Well, something is there's a lot of dead pine needles back there that maybe they should be raked up and cleaned.
Yeah, something's found in the process.
Well, Ed, if you ever wanted to give some time, I got rakes. Got plenty of rakes. You
It's true. E.
We'll have to set something up there.
And they kept saying airport. Airport kept coming through. That's another thing. Airport's right on the other side.
Yep, definitely. And
Go that way,
and
west.
Jan's-
West.
And also, speaking of grave, Jared, I know it's gonna be hard for Brent to do. Jan can get us access to that cemetery, by the way, and we're going
On
to
the
go
airport?
out Saturday. Yeah. So when you go to that grave, the one that we kept getting, northwest, which that grave is northwest on the other side of the airport. You can drive to it on public road, but the problem is that it's an industrial road for airport business, and it says official business only.
Well,
yeah, that's good. Go to
you're not that far away, actually. Ed's second group does the tours there, and maybe you can go to the Benson Hammond house and do a tour yourself.
Hey,
Yeah,
real
don't
quick.
have a date for our next one yet, but
I need a timeout from this conversation. Go to Christie's. I told you, girl. There's, you know what?
What?
I got to find a way to the one above that.
Input delay.
If you
Feedback.
can find a way to get Jared a message, Jared will give you my email. Email me, and I'll get in contact with you, and I'll walk you through it.
She got
once you understand what each thing does, it's not complicated. But if you're just messing with it, it's going to shit a brick on
you. Christy, send me a message on Twitter, and I will send you Brent's email address.
There you go. I will help you from there.
Brent doesn't do social media. I haven't played around with that app. That's Brent's baby. So he can
throw it.
He can take that. he can take that. But I think that's going to be it for the night, folks. I think we had a good show.
Yeah.
I think everybody had a good time. We'll be doing this again next Friday.
Yeah.
Also, if you haven't checked the 3 uploads from this week, go ahead and check them out. They're pretty good. We have a premiere coming up this Wednesday at 9:00. I hope to see everybody there. And
And before we go, for anybody that missed it, was Southern Love. I mean, you just want to throw that out again. Go show him some love over there.
Yeah, Southern Love is we're praying for him. We're hoping that that God lifts his spirits and guides him through this. And the God that I know will lift his soul and guide him through it. I'm praying for, as all of us are, we're praying for his wife, Sarah, and we pray her soul is resting easy and happy in her existence.
Yeah.
So, with that, everybody, we'll be back next Friday for another Behind the Investigation. Also, premiere Wednesday, 9:00. Hope to see us there. But until then, Jared
and Brent
and Ed,
Pasadena Paranormal. We will not let you walk into that darkness alone. We'll see you.
See ya.
Good show, boys.